What if a few simple changes in how you talk, listen, and react could completely transform your relationships, your career, and even your confidence? Today, we're breaking down one of the most influential self-development books ever written, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Now, this book is not about manipulation. It's about genuinely understanding people and becoming someone people naturally like, trust, and want to follow. Published decades ago, its lessons are more relevant today than ever. The core message is simple. Success in life depends more on how you deal with people than on your raw talent or intelligence. Carnegie breaks down human interaction into clear, practical principles that anyone can apply. So, let's dive into the most important ideas from the book. First up, how to handle people without creating resistance. Carnegie explains that criticizing, blaming, or complaining almost never works. When people are criticized, they don't change their minds. They just get defensive and resentful. Instead of pointing fingers, try to understand why someone acts the way they do. Everyone believes they're right from their own point of view. The key is, if you want people to listen to you, don't attack their ego. People respond far better to encouragement than to criticism. This brings us to the power of appreciation. One of the strongest forces in human nature is the desire to feel important. Carnegie says sincere appreciation can totally change how people behave toward you. I'm not talking about fake compliments, but honest recognition. When you appreciate someone's effort, you make them feel valued. And when people feel valued, they naturally want to do better. A simple "well done" or "I really appreciate your effort on this" can have a much bigger impact than a long speech. The lesson is simple: praise openly and criticize carefully, or better yet, not at all. Next, how do you get someone to do something? You arouse in them an eager want. If you want to influence people, don't just talk about what you want. Frame it in terms of what they want. People are motivated by their own needs and desires. So instead of giving orders like, "Do this because I said so," show how doing it benefits them. Maybe it helps them grow, succeed, or save time. Influence becomes natural when people feel your idea serves their interests, too. One of the simplest but most powerful principles in the book is this: be genuinely interested in other people. We all love talking about ourselves. If you want to be liked, be curious about others. Ask questions, listen carefully, remember small details. You don't need to be the most interesting person in the room. You just need to make the other person feel interesting. Good listeners are always remembered, and people feel close to those who truly listen to them. And while you're listening, don't forget this little detail Carnegie highlights. A person's name is the sweetest sound to them. Remembering and using names shows respect and attention. Combine that with good listening, interrupting less and hearing more, and you create an instant connection. When people feel understood, trust grows naturally. What about arguments? Carnegie's advice is to avoid them altogether. Winning an argument rarely wins you a friend. Even if you win the debate, the other person feels defeated, and that resentment sticks around. Instead, respect their opinions, admit your own mistakes quickly, and stay calm. If you're wrong, say so openly. If you're right, guide the other person gently toward the conclusion. Don't force it on them. Influence works best when people feel they arrived at the idea themselves. This leads directly into leadership. True leadership isn't about authority. It's about earning respect. Carnegie suggests correcting mistakes indirectly and praising even the slightest progress. Give people a great reputation to live up to. Encourage instead of ordering. When people feel trusted and respected, they naturally perform at their best. At its core, How to Win Friends and Influence People teaches one powerful truth. Success comes from understanding people, not controlling them. Be kind, be genuinely interested, appreciate others, and listen more than you speak. These simple principles can start improving your life today. If you found value in this summary, the full book goes much deeper with real-life examples and timeless wisdom. I highly recommend you get your own copy. You'll find the link to it in the description below. Buy it, read it, and start applying these principles in your daily life. Thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next video.